3 years ago, a game called Gorilla Tag was born. People loved it because of how unique it was due to players having to move around with their arms opposed to most VR titles where joysticks would be used to move. It soon began exploding in popularity and became the #1 most downloaded game on the MetaQuest store. Everybody got along and had great times playing tag, creating minigames, and even just talking to each other. Nowadays, what was known as a bright and exciting environment has been stomped on by the community. There's toxicity everywhere, and the content of the game is worse than ever before. Alongside this, the updates rarely add anything new and exciting. This is the story of how an amazing game was burned to the ground. I'm sure by now you all know about YouTubers such as J-Man Curly, VMT, and K9. Something they all have in common is that they make very entertaining and high quality content. Now on the other hand, we have One Ball Billy VR posting YouTube shorts with beach gameplay in the background and some mom yapping about her son Charlie or whatever. Now let's take a look at Billy's channel. What's that? Oh yeah, all of his videos have the exact same background with some random ass audio that's been used at least 200 times while simultaneously getting a minimum of 10k views on each video. And the irony of all of this is that there's a multitude of audios calling out this exact stuff, saying something along the lines of, I spend time on a video and it gets no views, but this guy spends 10 seconds and it gets 100k. Then they proceed to use said audio and get more views than the original. Where was I? Oh, yeah, anyways. What I'm trying to say is that Gorilla Tag content on YouTube and TikTok is going nowhere but downhill, and we need to do something about it. As I said earlier, Gorilla Tag used to have a much more friendly community compared to now. Nearly every lobby you go into, you find some kid with a stupidly high ego because he's slightly better than everybody, and accuses people of hacking when he gets tagged. Speaking of hacking, there's also been a pretty bad problem recently with many people being doxxed, player tracked, and people just plain ruining the game by modding to give an unfair advantage to themselves. It's also very difficult to make new friends or even just have positive experiences with some people, because one minute you're talking with somebody and having a good time, then all of a sudden they start screaming the N-word at you. Then there's the people that build your trust for a long time, manipulate you into thinking they're your friend, and then you find out that they are a doxer, liar, and a racist that used to go by the alias Mercy VR. No, just me that experienced that? Alright. Gorilla Tag was a lot of people's first ever VR game, so as expected, it was extremely fun for many people when they got it. We would run around laughing and screaming, we would go ghost hunting because we still thought all that stuff was real, we would play new updates and be amazed by all the new content it brought. Nowadays, the game is getting bland, it's not very fun to play in public lobbies anymore, and most of the minigames aren't available due to many map revamps. Ghosts don't have the same magic touch that they used to have due to modders trolling as them so much, and the updates never add anything too significant for people to enjoy. Because of these reasons, Gorilla Tag has lost the excitement it brought to the community and is slowly becoming irrelevant. So what can we do to fix this? Honestly, I don't think that we'll ever permanently resolve these issues, but there are a few actions that we can all take. First, just be kind. If you see somebody struggling, don't be rude and call them out. Try and help them or even go a little easier. Next, ignore all of the toxic people. If somebody says that they're better than somebody else or even you, just ignore them and report them. All they want is attention, so if you argue with them, you're just gonna fuel the fire and give them more power. And finally, if you're a content creator, put some hard work into your videos if you're truly passionate about it. Come up with some original ideas and don't just slap some audios over beach gameplay. If we as a community do all of these things, we can help repair the game we all know and love.